Good morning, grade 4. Today we are going to discuss how does light travel? How does light travel? In this lesson, students will observe that energy can be transferred from place to place by light. Let's begin with a conversion between the light waves and the sound waves. Are you ready? Let's start. Now, what do you think that? What we call this one? Let me hear from Hadia. What is this?
Yes, teacher.
What did this picture represent for?
Sound wave.
It's a wave, right?
Yes.
We know that we have two types of wave, longitudinal and transverse. Which kind of wave is this?
Sound phase.
Amazing. Transverse, because it's the energy move in opposite. One is up and the other is down, up and down. And yeah, do you know this is represent which kind, the light waves or sound wave? This one, the light or the sound?
Light.
Amazing, this is light wave. Let's see. The light wave, it's a transverse, like what Hadi said. The light helps us to see, and the light, it doesn't need medium to transfer through. And it is very fast. It is faster. It can just pass 1 million miles per second. It's very fast. While another wave, let me hear from Lana. What is this wave? What we call this wave? When I have here the particles are. Yes, darling?
Sound wave.
Sound wave. And which type of wave? Transverse or longitudinal?
Transfer.
Darling, this is transfer. And this is longitudinal. When I have far apart and compression. Far apart and compression. We call this one longitudinal. Okay?
Okay.
Now let me hear from Taima. Taima, does the sound need medium to transfer through? Does it need liquid, solid, or gas to transfer through?
It can.
It can transfer through space where there's no air, no particles?
No, it can't.
No. So it needs medium to transfer through. Without medium, it cannot transfer. But the light can. That's how the sunlight reach to the earth, even through the space, while the sound cannot transfer without medium. That's why in the space, astronauts wear special and use special devices in their helmet to talk and to hear the others. Now, as you know, the sound wave help us to hear. Yes. Good morning, Raneem. So as we said, help us to hear, and it's slower than the light waves. Now, when I make compare, I talk about the things that they are different, and I want to contrast. This is the contrast, how they are different. I want to talk about the compare, what they are common between them. Both of them are forms of energy. Both of them transfer energy from place to place. So they transfer the energy from place to place. Both of them travel in straight lines. What we call these straight lines? Wave. But they have different types of wave. Is it clear? Now, let me see. I want to show you this video first. Now, I have something here, but you cannot see it. Actually, because there's no light. And that's what we say, the light helps us to see. But the light, we said yesterday, the light is important. Just a minute. I have guest here. They won't enter. Okay. We said that the light is important for people, it's important for plants, important to make the photosynthesis, and we said some animals needed to warm their bloods, but actually the light move in straight line as a wave. They move as a wave. Now, the main source of the light is the sun. The sun just gives us two kinds of energy, the light energy and the heat energy. Now let's focus on the light energy. We said that the light energy just passes through lines as wave. Now sometimes, or all of you, just notice when you just pass through an object, their shadow are formed for you. Today we are going to learn why sometimes the shadow form and other time the shadow doesn't form. Actually, it's depending on the medium or the matters that the object that the light pass through. What does that mean? Here I have a glass. The glass is a kind of material that you can see clearly everything through it. Yes, because even if you take a look from the window, you can see everything outside and clearly. Why? Because the glass and also the air are material, we call them transparent material. Transparent. Everything is clear through them. Even you just spotted by light, all the light, all the light wave will transfer as straight lines through this material. While sometimes also the rain. While if I have rocks like this one, the light will just reflect, bounce, reflect. We call this, don't let the light wave to pass through. It didn't let it to pass through. We call this object the opaque objects. So, like what? Like the tree, like you. If I just focus a flashlight on your hand or your phone, it will reflect. He is surprised because he said that even you reflect the light. You don't let the light to pass through you. If you stop, that's what happened. If one of our hands, if you remember, just we call this block the light from the projector, we cannot see anything on the board, right? And we call this opaque materials. Now, also, we have the third kind of material. We call them translucent, like plastics, like butter paper, and also frosted glass. We call them the glass that we use it usually for the bathroom, for the places that in the restaurant that I don't want everything be clear. It will let some light to pass through, but not all of it. So it's between. So I have three kinds of material. One is transparent, one is opaque, and the last one is translucent. Here I want to say that the light is very fast. It's faster than the rocket, faster than anything. We call this the light speed, and we say that especially in the vacuum, in the space, the light can move about million miles per second. It's very fast. That's why the light of the sun reaches to the earth in a very short time. This is all about our lesson today. Let's open our books and start to highlight that. We said that the material are sorted in three groups: transparent, like the glass, like the water, like the air, that let the light pass through, all the light wave pass through, while translucent, like this window, that let only some of the light wave to pass through. We call them translucent. Excuse me, mute your mic, darling. Well, the third part is opaque, like bricks, wall, like your body. It doesn't let things pass through of the light. Now, only this type, the translucent and the opaque, can form shadow because they block the light. Block the light. Now the shadow form when the object didn't let the light wave to pass through, but actually the shadow, only opaque and translucent objects form the shadow. Now sometimes, shadow mean to block the light. I have a question. How can you change the size of a shadow? I think most of you played it. The game that you make as a play with your fingers and your hands to form as shadows, and like animals they are moving, or to make a story they use shadow.
It's shadow puppet.
Yes, darling.
It's shadow puppet.
Yes, so we can control the size of the shadow without changing the object. How can we change the size of the shadow? Anyone that know the answer? How can I change the size of the shadow without changing the object? Why the hand here is small? How can this hand be? You can just let it free from the wall, and it will be, you have to make it close or far away from the source of the light that can change this. That's what happened actually for the shadow of the tree. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it's longer, sometimes in the right, sometimes in the left. Oh, yes, I know, because the sun is moving all during the daytime, right? The sun is moving from the noon, the afternoon. Am I right? The sun moving? Grade 4. Wait.
No.
No, actually, the sun doesn't move only. The earth is spinning around itself. So because of the earth spinning around itself, the sun appears to be moved, but actually it's not. At the middle of the sky, the shadow will be shorter. Why? In the early afternoon, the right side, it's short, longer than at noon. And here I have this one late, the shadow becomes longer. Yes.
Teacher, the sun didn't move. The earth that it moved.
Amazing, yes. The earth is moving, the sun is not moving. Say that the difference of the shadow related to the different time of the day. This is at noon, this is the early afternoon, this is the late afternoon when the sun wants to set, the sunset, and it becomes farther from the sun. That's why the shadow becomes longer. In long time, they use the shadow to know the time when they invent. With 724 highlight together. 724. Light travel in waves. What we call this wave? Transverse waves. We say this is also the light wave transfer energy because it's a form of energy from its source surrounding. And don't forget, it's a straight line. They are different because light waves here don't need medium. That's why it travels space. From one travels here travels millions of miles through space. So if the correct answer, light or sound can transfer through space. Let me hear from Rawabi. Which form of energy? Which form of energy passes through space? Light? Yes, darling. Which form of energy can pass through space? Is it light or sound?
Teacher, I don't think the light is the language.
Teacher, sun.
Thank you.
Mas-
Razan,
Yes.
if you cannot just log out and sign in. Light wave travel away from the sun on all the directions and travel in straight, we call it straight line, until they hit an object.
The vision is what teacher wants.
So 720. So the light travel in waves. Energy from the source. It's moving. Please mute you, my darling. Now, let's see page 726. Material can be divided into three groups according to much light they allow to pass through them. Light they allow to pass through. The first group
Teacher, I can't see the second.
the second one is translucent. Number 3,
I see it.
the opaque materials. It's the first one. The transparent material light that them in straight lines. What you can see clearly everything through them. An example of this one: glass, water, and clean plastic. Some plastic only, plastic, like the plastic of the juice. Now the second one is the translucent material. Let sunlight to pass through. And the like what? We cannot see clearly. We cannot see clearly through them. What is the example of this one? The tissue paper, the wax paper, frosted glass. Frosted glass that I show you in the last slide, the one that we use it for restaurants and bathroom. The opaque material, don't let any light pass through. You cannot see. Here you can see clearly. Here you cannot see clearly. Here you cannot see at all. What they reflect here, we will learn inshallah tomorrow what the opaque materials do. Sometimes they reflect and other times they observe the light. This one, wood, bricks like the wall, and mirror are example of this one. Now I want an example of transparent material. We can see everything. Now you can see very clear because you use the transparent matters. Which matter that, Rani? Can you help me? Which matter we use now? The light on your screen pass through which matter?
Teacher, can you say it again?
Now you can see your screen clearly. Transparent material. Which material? You see what?
It's transparent.
Yeah, what is the material that you use to see your screen clearly now? You use the air as a material, as a medium. The air as a medium that let pass through easily. Okay. You can see everything through it clearly. Let's see the last page for today. A shadow is made when object block. So very important word, block. Shadow, block. Only two materials can do this. Only the opaque and translucent objects can make this one. Now, but actually, the opaque objects form darker shadow. Darker shadow. Now, I want to show you also if you hold an object close to the wall and shine a light source on it, the shadow will be about the same size as the wood object. So if you come close, if you are close to the light source, to the wall, the shadow will be the same size of the object. But as you come closer, the size will be smaller. As you move the object closer to the light and away from the wall, the shadow becomes larger. So if you come closer to the source of the source and away from the wall, the shadow will be larger. If you come closer to the light. Now here what I said, the sun is the main source of the energy. It's very important. We know that the sun is the main source of energy. It seems that it's moving, actually is not moving. Look at the tree. I want at this and the sunset here. At the sun rays and the sunset, the shadow is longer. The shadow is longer. When it's sunset and sun rays. While at the midi or at noon, the sun is highest in the sky and the shadow will be shorter.
Miss, I'm not done.